It began with Burundi on October the 12th this year after its parliament voted overwhelmingly to withdraw from the ICC. South Africa has followed suit, issuing its notice of withdrawal to the United Nations Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon, which has since been acknowledged and will now take effect 1 year from now.
South Africa will remain obligated under the Rome Statute for the duration of the 12 months period.
And now Kenya could be headed the same route, with the International Crimes Repeal Bill that domesticates the Rome Statute set to come before the August House for the second reading next week, renewing efforts to have the country pull out of the Rome Statute.
The spirit is there. I am one person who believes that we have no business being in ICC.
Kenya's position has been one of frustrations with the Hague court, with the cases against President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy William Ruto. But after the cases were done away with at the ICC, the momentum appeared to die off. Now, Majority Leader Aden Duale says he will be bringing the infamous Otsula bill before the House Business Committee for scheduling next week.
We have been taken through hell.
I think we're likely going to see more states taking the same step. For various reasons. We see that Kenya at the beginning was dissatisfied by the ICC for the way it was carrying out its investigations.
With the Assembly of States Party slated for November and the African Union Summit in January 2016, it may not just be a question of Burundi, South Africa and Kenya as African nations deliberate on expanding the mandate of the African Court of Justice that could mean more nations trooping out of the ICC.
I think this was calculated. Both countries that have withdrawn did this deliberately so that it could at least almost coincide with these two very important meetings.
Nataka sisi wote tutoke kwenye koti hiyo ya wazungu wakae na koti yao.
Kenyans, including myself and my deputy, have been subjected to weak cases built on weak investigations and pursued with politicized zeal.
The AU had in January this year adopted President Kenyatta's proposed amendments to withdraw from the court. However, despite the collective stand, countries can only do so in writing to the UN Secretary-General. South Africa cites the Hague Court's incompatibility with the country's peaceful resolution of conflicts. SA Justice Minister Michael Masutha says the government has written to the UN expressing its pulling out of the International Criminal Court because its obligations are inconsistent with laws giving sitting leaders diplomatic immunity. ICC spokesperson Fadiel Abdallah told Citizen TV the Hague-based court has not received any formal communication from South Africa. Pretoria said last year it planned to leave the ICC after it was criticized for ignoring a court order to arrest Sudanese President Omar Hassan al-Bashir, who is accused of genocide and war crimes when he visited South Africa. Bashir has denied the accusations. It then brings forth the conversation, is Africa really ready to find its own solutions to its own problems? Jackie Maribe, Citizen Weekend in Nairobi.